My name is Frank, and I'm one of the pastors for high school students at the Henderson campus. And I'm excited to join with you guys and go on this journey over the next 30 days through this Pursued series. It's going to be an incredible journey, and I hope you tune into this vlog as some of our team members kind of dive deeper into this whole series and what it means when God pursues us for a relationship. It's going to be a great 30 days, so please tune in. You know, over the last few months, I've been on this search to buy a house. I've been renting for a long time, but now I really want to buy my own house. And it's this weird kind of journey to be on, because you get these emails and you see these pictures online of houses, and you kind of get this picture in your brain of, oh man, that could be my house. Like, that could be a place where I live, and my couch could go there, and my bedroom's over there, and the kitchen and all this. And you have like this beautiful picture in your brain of what your house would be like, right? And I actually went this past Friday. I went on a tour of a house. I got an email from my real estate agent. I love the house, and I said, let's go look at it. I want to see it. And after looking at it, I really decided that I loved it, and I wanted to put an offer in for this house. And I figured, you know, putting an offer in for a house would just kind of be this simple thing of you know, filling out a piece of paper saying, hey, my name's Frank, and I want to buy your house. But apparently, it's a lot more difficult than that. Just to tell somebody that you want to buy their house, it's a lot more paperwork than that, and it's annoying because I had this picture in my brain of this house, and it's awesome. But then after sitting down with my real estate agent and going through over 11 pages worth of paperwork, we got to fill out my information, and I got to initial things and sign things and do all these different pieces of paper. It's like the fine print, you know, when you buy like a cool electronic or something like that. Your electronic is a small percentage of the box that it comes in, and the rest of it is this huge kind of booklet of everything about this electronic, and how if you plug it in wrong, you could electrocute yourself, and if you don't use it correctly, you know, like it's in English and it's in Spanish, it's in French, and there's all this fine print for these seemingly simplistic products. Well, the same thing is true when you buy a house. You have to fill out all this paperwork, and you have to, you know, you have to agree to pay taxes, and you have to agree to get a home inspection. You got to agree to have it appraised, and all these different things. But then there's some weird ones that I've never even heard of. Like, you know that in 1988, someone purchased a home here in Las Vegas, and within a few months of them purchasing that home, their house exploded. Something within the house made the house explode. And so now every time you want to purchase a home from someone in Nevada, you have to sign a thing that says that you understand that your home could explode. And then you also have to sign a thing saying that you understand that there's mold in the world, and it could come into your house. So you have to like sign like all these weird little like fine print details in order to buy someone's house. And it's annoying because it took this beautiful picture of a home, you know, and what it looks like, and where my couch would go and all of that, and it broke it down into this fine print annoying like thing that doesn't make being a homeowner seem that exciting anymore. You know, as we go into this Pursued series, man, I really feel like we get that way in our relationship with God sometimes. You know, our relationship with God starts with this beautiful picture, right, in this relationship, and we begin a relationship with Jesus, and we find love, and we find freedom and forgiveness and all these different things. But then over the course of time, all the fine print starts to come in, right? And we kind of like have to sign our names or our initials to these agreements where if we're going to be a Christian, then these certain things have to happen, right? Like I won't cuss anymore, and I'll go and I'll feed the homeless, and I'll be nice to my little brother and sister and my parents, and I'll do my chores on time, and you know, like I'll abstain from all sexual activity, and you know, I'll come to church every Sunday, and every time they do music, I'll stand up, but then at least once a month during the worship, I'll put one hand in the air, you know, just to make it known that I'm singing, that I'm a Christian. But then if I go to Ignite, or if I go to one of our camps or something, then at least one time during that whole thing, I'll put both hands in the air, because that's what you're supposed to do as a Christian, right? When you're worshiping, you always have to stand and clap and then put hands in the air, right? So, and we feel like we, as a Christian, we have to agree to all these little fine print items, and it takes this picture of our relationship with God, and it kind of breaks it down into this set of rules and regulations and fine print, and it makes it not as exciting. This past weekend we talked about the difference between religion and a relationship, and I think that it really comes down to the fine print. A lot of times in the fine print, we'll agree to these things, and we'll strive to do those things so that either we feel like we can be good enough to earn God's forgiveness, or we can earn a trip to heaven, or we follow this fine print as like a bargaining chip, right? Where we say, God, if I do this, this, and this, then you gotta give me an A on my biology test, or whatever it is, And so we kind of get into the weeds of this fine print piece, and it kind of ruins the picture of what God intended a relationship with Him to look like. You see, it's not about all these rules and regulations, and if we follow them, then we're good enough to be loved by God, or we're good enough to get to heaven. None of us, realistically, can be good enough. And that's religion. That if I do these things, I'm good enough. That's religion. That's putting God in a box, saying that it's not about what He has done for me, but it's all about what I'm going to do to earn it. Where God says a relationship with me is what it's all about. And when you enter a relationship with me and you understand that I pursued you for love, when you get that piece of it, then you can respond to my love with your life. And there's a whole kind of different mindset. It's not about earning God's favor, but it's about responding to who He is and what He's done through Christ and through the cross. It's about responding to that pursuit of us with our lives. And I think if we can translate that, and we can really begin to kind of set aside these rules and these regulations and us earning our way to God, or earning God's love, and really begin to understand that He created us for a relationship with Him, and He pursues us every single day for that relationship. Man, I think that can really transform our lives. That it won't be about us trying to earn it and being good enough, because that'll never happen. We'll never be good enough. But it's about understanding that we are broken people that God loves anyways and accepts anyways, and if we can accept His love, then we can respond to that with our lives, and we can live as changed people, as new people. And so I hope that as we dive into the series, that you can really grab onto that. And I want to share this verse with you, and I hope that this can be the challenge for this week. Can you start to live this way? It's in Matthew chapter 11. It says this: Are you tired? Are you burnt out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. And that's the challenge, and that's the difference between religion versus a relationship. One of them is heavy burden and all about me doing it, and the other is all about accepting what God has already done for my life. Man, I hope you join us for the next 30 days as we dive into this challenge and really begin to live transformed. See you guys tomorrow.